It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from Miami. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Two in a throw right away. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Acham. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Brandon, you know, this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
To his throw there, taken in by Smith. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Goes right back to Smith again. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up your momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big targeted tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. The second down attempt there, knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand and it's incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but For the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Tua to throw again. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
Now a 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Tua is going to change things up. They'll run for it with Achane. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Tua on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Tua going to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And it's caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tua finding his old Alabama teammate, Jalen Waddle. And the Dolphins get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Random, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
On 2nd down, Jackson. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. A first down carry for Henry. And he stopped immediately there. Here's 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 3rd down, Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 39. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. Back to the ground now. It's Henry trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw pulled in by Aguilar. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. Down at the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
The adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Throwing is Jackson. There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Ravens have come back to make it a 2-point game. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
So 8-8 our score now as he'll send this one away. Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have been for the touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. From the 20, here's a 2nd down and 9. Looking to pass. Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. Down the sideline it goes. Tyreek Hill. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 76 yards.
Big-time credit What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
Tua sets up to pass it. Flush to his right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now Tua. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Smith. The Ravens going to use the second out timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Achane is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
And a great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2. And this will be caught. They get the 2, and they double them up now at 16-8. After the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. To throw is Jackson. But looking deep here for Flowers. And this is caught. Touchdown. Zay Flowers with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the first half, but you got to think. Go for 2. Tie it up. Go into the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold. You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up here rather than down there and making that decision.
We don't have to make those decisions. Either way, little time left on the clock here in the second quarter. We'll see how this all plays out. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. Goes right side. And he's got it. So he went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there. It looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Oh, it's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach pressure says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys. Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception. Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Into double team, and it's intercepted. His guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this 1st half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points. While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Yeah, we could see points the other way here. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the 2nd half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the 2nd half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Gets around him. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Henry up the middle. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. Again, it's Henry. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Henry will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
You think back to some of the great goal line bruisers of the past, the Earl Campbells, the John Riggins, the Marshawn Lynches. I think you can put Derrick Henry right in that group as he scores there with another patented Derrick Henry run.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Moore. He will return it. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. Tua's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Trenton Simpson, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Defense.
Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field. And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is. That's why he's frustrated. Think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept the pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here's Jackson to throw. They set up the screen for Henry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the 2 of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
Able to find the opening, and that's complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball. They leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. And the first half was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd down and 8. Jackson. He finds Bateman over the middle and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one goes for 16 yards and sets him up 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try to run for it with Henry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Jackson from the shotgun. It's complete. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Great tackle.
Really good tackle. Kept him in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here?
That's the question. Let's see what they do. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Play action. Now Jackson. He'll buy some time.
No!
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game. CDA, from working with you, you're about as old school as they come. Your thoughts on throwing that ball from the 1-yard line?
Yeah, I just got done walking my dinosaur, as you well know, and ordinarily I'm screaming, run the football from the 1-yard line. But if you are going to throw it, just take extra care. That didn't happen there, and they turned the ball over.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On 2nd down, Tua. They set up the screen. Achane has it. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
Bro, get it. Motherfucker, 58, get the ball.
And that'll fall incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They give him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. He seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
These guys running back out of the backfield. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need. That's exactly what they got done.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Good. We're gonna lose this week.